So now let's talk about uh, this comfy even with my back problem as it is. Mashallah, Allah is like help me recover. My Lord help me recover. Uh, and I stopped smoking shisha, which means I'm saving a bit of money and got a bit of money for charity and other things. And I feel a lot better. The only thing is now though, I've stopped smoking by using an alternative method, like a replacement. I quit by getting to the right frame of mind, by reading a book, which makes it painlessly and easy to quit at the end of it. And it's a real blessing, and it's really good for your health. It's good for your finances. It's good for your morale. It's good for your confidence. It's good for your mind, body and soul, and it's good for your family life and everything. And it's called Easy Way Illustrated. It only cost like £2.50 on eBay. It was delivered, and I didn't have to read it again either. Bit of a shock that I quit so quickly. They only took 45 minutes to read, and I quit. And after reading it, I was so inspired to quit. I never looked back again, and it's been about a week now, a week and a half. I don't look back. I just living my life, getting on with things, and things like telling you that being a smoker, what makes you a smoker and a non-smoker, and are you a smoker all the time? Do you smoke cigarettes like all the time, or do you have intervals when you don't smoke? So it's just you just get rid of the need to smoke, and by being happy, I'd be content with being a non-smoker and then being a smoker, something like that. Or just like a pitcher plant, and then a fly getting attracted to a pitcher plant and finding the flavors and things to eat inside the pitcher plant really really tasty, delicious, and then all of a sudden tasty or something, not delicious but just tasty, and so it has a bit, and then it has a little bit more, and then after a bit you get sick of it and think, right, I want to get off this, but you can't because you're stuck on it, and then it just eats itself, and it gets eaten. And that's how the cigarette industry works. First you get lured by the smell and the taste of it. So then you have a taste, and then you become an addiction, and then it's hard to get out of it, and it kills you in the end. And so that was a good analogy. It really woke up my mind into thinking what I was dealing with, and also things like it's not food. Cigarettes aren't food that you need to smoke cigarettes to survive. It's not food, and these things, and it all in all, in 45 minutes, I was prepared to quit because I just thought, well, that's it. I just got into the right frame of mind, and I had enough adequate defense system to prevent myself from going back into smoking cigarettes, and it's been a number of attempts now to quit, but I've fallen into other habits like vaporizers and shisha. I really like shisha a lot for a bit, and I used to go shisha lounge a lot. Just to make music and get a vibe for the music, because you need to be a bit in what the people around you playing, really, just to get a taste of what sort of music would fit in and what sort of music would gel into everyday society, and so I used to go to Shisha Lounge a lot, and just to catch the vibe and see what it's like, and what the latest music will say. Mainly R&B and things like that, hip hop, and a bit of Indian and British Asian music. And but I just kept my own front and just thought, well, what I'm doing is fine. I don't have a problem with it. And but now I don't need to go, and I'm saving a lot of money, and I can do other things. My wife's expecting another child soon, so I've got to look forward to that and be ready for that, and mentally and physically and everything. It can be challenging because children can be a bit hard sometimes. Some nights. Aisha was amazing. She's been amazing. She's a very good baby, easy baby, mashallah, and she rarely ever cries, and she's been very easy, mashallah. And whereas the next one, inshallah, will be alright too, inshallah. I don't endorse that, I don't tell you to, go, if your child is stuck sleeping, is suffering, and therefore you need to neutralise the gene. And the only way to do that is to give it opium, and opium will put it to sleep. And neutralise the pain in the heart of the jinn. The jinn is a fallen angel, and every human is born with a jinn companion because of Adam and Eve's disbelief in the Garden of Eden. Allah says in the Quran, anyone who disbelieves, Allah points down to accompany them. And so once you disbelieve, you get a devil to point you to accompany you, and so the only way, and if you're a baby and they attack infants because infants are easy targets for them, they think that they can totalitarian one world empire easily by just attacking the infants. It was calling it their birthday and putting them in the RCI. And the last thing they give a dying person is morphine to ease his passage into death. The first thing they give a baby newborn is the RCI. The upside down, that everything's very upside down in this satanic one world empire, secularist world empire. And because they ponder of the future, and the ponder of the future, and on the ponder of the future, it means they lost the joy of the future. And there's no happiness left now, because what was due to the rightful people in the future will not be the same, because someone's already spied on it in the past. What they do then is sell it, and how they sell it is they either innovate, or they lie, or they imitate it and corrupt it. And so when the greatest turns up in his due time, there's no joy, because it's all been sold in the past. These videos I'm making, they've already watched them hundreds of thousands, millions of times in the past. My videos might not have the ticks to show that people have clicked on my videos, but they're so famous that everyone's watched them, and that's why they leave me alone, because they don't think I'll get that far. The Allah guides whom He wills, and those who submit to Allah, Allah protects them and guides them and find joy and happiness. So therefore, when you can ponder of the future and cheat and think, well, what's going to happen in the future? All right to know. Or you can submit to Allah. Know that Allah controls everything. Everything comes from Allah. And by submitting to Allah, you put your future in Allah's hands, and you put your future. You put your life and your death and your resurrection and your worship in Allah, with Allah, so that you can't lose, because you're supported by the Supreme Creator and the angels and the believers. So that's what happens if you submit to Allah. You don't need to ponder over the future. once you ponder over the future, you get caught in a philosophical dogma, and then when you become a failure, just like all these big sellouts, they're all failures. They're not. The money the money did not get cashed in. You know, no matter how much the ideas were sold for. Because at the end of the day, right, if you talk about money, we know who was granted the kingship never attained by anyone else. It was Solomon. And no one else will ever compete with that. Because Solomon prayed to Allah, my Lord grant me the kingship never attained by anyone else. And this American independence and this British way of life and this British prosperity is all based on Solomon's treasure. It's all treasure. They're all pirates. To them, the meaning of rich is a worldly life. It doesn't mean that they don't believe in the last day. So when you tell them someone's rich, they'll think, well, they'll get jealous and they'll rip them apart, rip everything off them, degrade them, downtrodden, downpress them until they got nothing, until they're fighting for survival. Until they're not even fighting for survival, until they perish. And then and they still won't believe that, you know, and being rich means you're rich in the Garden of Eden. They don't believe in the last day. So, you know, like being rich in the Garden of Eden, living forever in the Garden of Eden, in this world, is to be persecuted, not to live, never die. If you think the elixir of life is never die, what you do is feed on the blood of humans, and be up all night treacherously looking for humans to feed on. That's what you'll be doing. Treacherously looking for humans to fall into the all-seeing eye. But if you think the elixir of life is to be persecuted, then what you'll find is meaning of life. Meaning of life. That you submit to Allah, and then you find the enemy of Allah, enemy of humans is Satan, and the demons and the soulless vampires and the jinns and the devils. They're all enemies of humans. They hate humans. Whereas the Semites want to kill all soulless vampires. It's either tyranny or terror. Tyranny is like cheating. Whites are cheats in the game of chess. They know the board's in front of them. All they need to do is examine the board. And it's not just one player working against their black opponent. It's like the whole collective conscience of all seeing eye networking, just to prove that the whites are superior. They have the board in front of them. They can examine the board. They got the night to go to sleep and check what's going to happen in the future to cheat. Whereas the blacks, all this is easy as 1, 2, 3. You know, the game of chess can be over in 3 moves. So it's easy as 1, 2, 3. You don't have to be hard as rock. Easy as 1, 2, 3. You know. Painlessly, without bloodshed, and easy as 1, 2, 3. Inshallah. Everything manifests Allah's to the attributes omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. Life, death, resurrection, everything, nothing, eternal, mind, body, soul, water, food, air, 3 tensions of time, 3 particles in the atom, 3 dimensions of space, 3 sciences, chemistry, physics, biology, three arts, music, art, and writing, three classics, philosophy, linguistics, history. So, three Semitic religions, everything manifests as those three attributes. Liquid, solid, gas. So it goes back to the Abrahamic cube that Abraham built in the center of the earth, Kaaba, with his firstborn Ismail. And cube is the symbol for the cube is a small three. Small three in mathematics, I mean, it represents the length, the height, and the breadth are all equal. But then there's three faces too, even behind it or in front of it. The three faces show like mind, body, and soul. Now, answer the age-old question: could God create a rock He could not carry? First we say, first you got to hold it. No, first you got to lift it. First you got to lift it, and then you got to carry it, and then you can hold it, and then you got to store it. Which represents the sun is there, moon is here, stars everywhere. Earth remains the same. And so, and there's also, what is it about the rock? Its size, its weight, its pressure. Size is limitless, weight is infinite, pressure is eternal. And so, that's what we've got to remember, you know. It doesn't need to be as hard as rock, as easy as 1, 2, 3. It doesn't need to be a theory of relativity, energy consuming relativity, you know, travel to space through energy consuming transport. It can be as easy as 1, 2, 3, the time portal, which the postal services are using, you know, which the footballers are using, and all sports, and media and everyone. And then deny that God exists when it's right in front of them that jinns exist. If jinns exist, then that proves that Allah exists. Jinns are fallen angels. But instead they're just trying to lie and slime. That's what they're doing. Porkies, greedy lies. Consuming, that's all they do, consume. Solomon said in Proverbs 16:19, better to be lowly in spirit with the afflicted than to share in the spoils with the proud. You see how the white supremacists, local Europeans, claim to be the masters. The Nazi Europeans saying that claim to be masters. Think that the question of the deaf, linguistics can lead to winning souls of humans. They only handle the good stuff. They can't handle the evil stuff. They just want to handle the souls of humans. Claim to be gods who won so many souls. Thinking that's the purpose of existence. Because Allah created humans and jinns to worship Him alone. All these white supremacists, wannabes, satanic wannabes are challenging Allah's oneness. And say first you fall and then you die. Think how many souls they can capture as a fall from the all-seeing height of the all-seeing eye. As those who say first you dig and then you build. And everything glorifies Allah in the heavens and the earth. Willingly or unwillingly. Everything glorifies Allah. Everything submits to Allah. Willingly or unwillingly. Unwillingly or willingly. Allah is not doer of everything. Allah is doer of whatever He wills, not the doer of everything. Allah honestly simply needs to say be and it is. I remember when I was told I was a messenger of Allah in my last year at university. I couldn't help it, but I was so frustrated with the way the world was. And I just said, do it yourself. And it backfired on him because Allah doesn't need to do it. Allah just needs to say be and it is. And that's the truth. MashaAllah. None can fathom the greatness of Allah. It's all mathematical as well. The past is mathematical, and the present moment is miraculous, and the future is signs. Signs of the future, miracles of the present, mathematics of the past. Old Testament, New Testament, Final Testament. The ground was, miracle of the ground was called based on number 19, which Dr. Ashraf Khalifa discovered. And proving it to be the word of Allah, the Supreme Creator. MashaAllah. And enlightenment comes through Allah's words. Which is why they keep on thinking that their lives will lead to winning souls or something. When it leads to failure to darkness rather than path to enlightenment. Only Allah's words of Quran leads to path to enlightenment. Whereas all these glory think their pale skins and their porky, greedy lies will lead to some sort of winning when it's a failure to darkness in the underworld. They're laughing like hyenas, they're roaring like lions. They just think it's a joke, but backfires against them. We think it's a tragedy. And schemes of disbelievers backfire against them. Oh, that's it. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم رب اغفر وارحم وارحم من ربي اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا والحساب ربنا لا تحرمنا إن الذين أطعنا ربنا ولا تحملنا علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. إن شاء الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. السلام عليكم.